We're looking for. We've got people just older people standing up, and now we're singing a hymnal here. People are crying and still jumping up and down and hugging, and it looks like some of the families are being reunited as we. You can hear some of the excitement.
Street cameramen crying. It is unbelievable here. It is a scene of unbelievable joy. It is fantastic. It is fantastic.
Tears of joy. My mascara is going to start running there, Geraldo. It's just unbelievable because to start off the new year, we had this grim news. I mean, it's horrible that one miner was killed in this explosion, and it's still the investigation going on as to what caused this explosion. But to be sitting for hours and hours and watching this as closely as we have, and of course you have been on the scene, and to have this have such a happy ending is just unbelievable.
I'm telling you, we drove up the road, and the state troopers were grim-faced. They pointed us to the scene of the calamity, of the catastrophe, and we got here, and then a kid came running up to me, screaming, "They're alive, they're alive," and then that person was followed by another, and another, and a third, and a fourth, and 10, and 20, and then we couldn't deny it anymore, that despite the grim news that the fire boss or some other individual had been killed in the mine, but the others were discovered alive. Oh my God, whoever would have thought it? It is unbelievable. It is a wonderful, wonderful story, Donna.
Geraldo, we were told that the bells started ringing at the church. Did you hear that?
The bells were ringing. My God, here I'm looking at the bell, at the church bell, at the Baptist church. I'm standing right under it now, as perhaps 300 joyful people gather at the base of the church. The bells were pealing not more than 5 minutes ago with this unbelievably unexpected news. Whoever would have thought that this miracle would happen, that they would be discovered alive? Now, I haven't confirmed it, and I don't know if these people have, but these are the families, the wives, the mothers, the fathers, the children of the trapped coal miners, all of them joyous, all of them singing their praises, thanking God, thanking, the rescue workers, the fact that they've been discovered alive. Who would have thunk it? And the longer we work in this business, the more I am shocked by the fact that nobody knows nothing, because anything is possible. And this miracle has happened tonight, Donna.
Geraldo, this is the second time you and I have had happy endings with mining stories. You remember that? We interrupted your Panay Pasta last time.
I tell you, I may be the good luck charm. I know. It could possibly end this well. I mean, it is unbelievable. On this misty night here in Western West Virginia, rather. I guess it's northeastern West Virginia. I get my states crossed up here. To have this news come on this relatively mild winter night, it is a miracle that is so befitting the holiday season. It is beyond description. And I don't care how grizzled the reporter, how veteran, how barnacled we may be, something that is inspiring for anybody. This is a joyous, incredible moment to savor. The president today said, "Bless those trapped underground, Donna," and I guess he has blessed them, because they are now emerging, and hopefully
miners. But I don't think anybody ever anticipated in a million years that these miners would be found alive, and we just got word just a few moments ago. The bells are ringing here in Sago, West Virginia, cheering happy family members, hugging each other, and just astounded and so incredibly relieved.
Us live from West Virginia this morning is the executive director of the North Central West Virginia Red Cross, Robin Moore. Robin, good morning to you. Were you, I understand you're at the scene now. Were you there when the family members initially got what they thought was the good news?
Well, I wasn't. I had just left. I had many volunteers called me, though, with the good news, and of course, I got to TV as soon as possible to see what was, what was the news that they had got and how everybody's reaction was.
All right, so now you're set up by the scene there, and are a lot of the family members still converged in that spot? What is it like where you are?
We don't have any family members left at the Baptist church. We're just trying to get what things were donated kind of organized for the families, and I'm not real sure where they are converging now. We've got.
Will you also conduct some sort of investigation into how the communication went so wrong?
There's nothing that we can do that will undo the wrong that was done or the loss that we have in life. There's nothing. The only thing I can do is make sure that this state commits all of its resources to correcting that, to finding out and getting answers for family members and for all of America and all of the world that basically wants to know. We do too. Our goal is not to have one loss, one accident, or one life. That's our goal. We know it's an inherent risky business. These are the proudest people in America, and I've said this, miners and miners' families. They work hard to produce for their family, they work hard to produce for their state, and they protect America. This is an occupation that really has made America what it is.
I want to thank you for taking time. I know it's a difficult morning for everyone associated with this story, and Governor Manchin, thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Bennett, our condolences for your loss, and we thank you for joining us and talking to us at what just has to be a horrible morning for you and your family. Our sympathies.
Loved ones were alive when in fact 12 of 13 are dead. Back in a moment with more Fox News Live.
And rage, too. Families told that their loved ones were alive, only to find out hours later that only one of the trapped miners had actually survived. Here's Bill with more.
Yeah, from the depths of emotion to the heights of human emotion, Bridget, we saw it all in a 3-hour span here in the dark hours of last night here in West Virginia. I tell you, the one thing we're losing a little bit sight of is what caused this explosion after all. If you go back late last night around 9 o'clock when this flood of information started coming out, it was at a press conference that we were told this abandoned shaft that had been literally sealed off and closed and not used any longer. They now believe, the coal company now believes, that was the source of the explosion. And now prior to that, Bridget, we've been led to believe that this was in a different location, the mine, but now this is the area where the investigation will be focused on. What was behind that wall? What was in that abandoned shaft? Was it a buildup of methane? Was there more carbon monoxide in there created as a result of that explosion? Was it the lightning storms in the area that may have penetrated 300 feet below the surface of the earth and caused that explosion? All of this right now is a matter of questioning, and certainly the answers are elusive as we stand here again today.
Being called a miscommunication about the fate of 13 miners trapped in that accident left the families devastated, even fooled the media. Fox's Jamie Colby live in New York City with more about that angle. Jamie?
Bridge, we want to be clear, the miscommunication that halted the hopes of the miners' family members is the true tragedy today. This was the scene shortly after midnight as a call from the command center came to a nearby church where worried relatives waited for word and were then told there was good news. Well, that joy made it to the front pages of a fair share of newspapers, including USA Today and the New York Times, all responding to what they'd heard, even though at the time most went to press, those close to the rescue already knew only one of 13 miners was in fact alive.
And heartfelt condolences to the loved ones whose hearts are broken. We ask that the good Lord comfort them in their time of need. I want to thank the governor of West Virginia for showing such compassion. And I want to thank those who risked their lives to save those miners for showing such courage. May God bless the good people of West Virginia. I just finished